Breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ. The wheels of free agency continue to spin in the NBA. The Chicago Bulls finalizing an agreement with four-time All-Star DeMar DeRozan on a 3-year, $85 million contract. That's according to multiple reports. Now, the deal will be a sign and trade, with San Antonio receiving Thaddeus Young, a future first-round pick, and 2 second-round picks. Now, DeRozan averaged just over 21.5 points per game this past season with the Spurs. There you see the deal broken down in graphic format. The center Young off to Spurs, and that future first-round pick and 2 second-round picks in exchange for DeRozan, who is reportedly agreeing to a 3-year, $85 million contract. And for more on this, we welcome in the coach, Avery Johnson, who's been a busy man just like us. Coach, so DeMar DeRozan goes to the Bulls, which was the rumor. There was some thoughts earlier in the day that he was actually going to talk to the Clippers, but it is the Bulls that are in here. What do you think of the deal?
Love this deal for the Chicago Bulls. What a nice offseason that they're having in terms of remaking, especially their backcourt. First of all, they do a signing trade for Lonzo Ball. Really didn't have to give up much. Gave him a really cap-friendly type deal. He didn't break the bank. You already have Zach LaVine under contract. Hopefully he'll win the gold medal with our USA team. But now DeMar DeRozan, experience, it gets him back to the Eastern Conference where he had a tremendous amount of success with the Toronto Raptors, gets him out of the West. And that kind of 1-2-3 punch of Ball, LaVine, and now DeRozan, very formidable in the Eastern Conference. And I think this move couldn't be consummated unless Lonzo Ball really became a really good three-point shooter, because DeMar DeRozan doesn't shoot many threes, but he's a hard-nosed driver. He has a really excellent mid-range game. So again, because of Ball's development, LaVine's growth, this is a really nice fit. Tall, lean machine in all three of these guys. Solid offseason so far for the Chicago Bulls.
Billy Donovan wasting no time as they get right down to it. So that was the next thing I was going to ask you about. I mean, quickly, Lonzo Ball, then they get Alex Caruso. Now they're locking up DeMar DeRozan. So, I mean, quick work here by Billy Donovan.
Yeah, quick work by the entire front office. And then when a guy like Caruso, you know, who won a championship with the Lakers, he's very familiar with coming off the bench, playing behind, you know, superstar guys and LeBron James. So he'll fit in really nicely. If somebody has to, you know, sit out a game for whatever reason, injury, then you can insert Caruso in the lineup and they can just keep everything going. But I really like the size of all these guys. Everybody's over 6'6", really long. You can switch pick and rolls. You can really mix up things. You can post up DeRozan. You can play Lonzo or DeRozan, LaVine, and pick and roll. Just multiple players that can all pass, dribble, and shoot the ball. DeRozan, not so much, as I alluded to earlier, a three-point shooter, but very capable, coming off a season where he averaged 21 points a game.
And Chicago just missed the playoffs, just missed the postseason this past season. So now that they make the acquisitions that they've made, how much more improved are they in your mind in terms of going into next season and looking to take that next step into the postseason?
Well, I think they take a jump, Jeremy, similar to what the Knicks did. You know, the Knicks came out of nowhere. They were a 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. Look for Chicago to take a similar jump. But you still got teams like Brooklyn, if they're healthy. They're one of the Milwaukee. I believe they're the top 2 teams, Milwaukee and Brooklyn in the Eastern Conference. We don't know what's going to happen with Philadelphia. Atlanta now is a top 4 team in the Eastern Conference. So look for Chicago to try to push somewhere around that 5th seed next season. I don't know if they're going to break in the top 4, but really like this roster. The versatility, flexibility, the guys that can play on both ends of the floor. They're two-way players. So Coach Billy Donovan's got a whole lot more to work with this year than what he had last year.
Let's look at the other side just quickly, Coach. Get your thoughts on San Antonio's return here. Thaddeus Young, the center, and then they get, potentially 3 draft picks out of this. What do you think of the return for Spurs?
Well, the Spurs seem like, now they're in just a complete rebuilding mode because, DeMar DeRozan's signing trade, obviously they lost Rudy Gay, signed with the Utah Jazz. So two of their veteran players. So I think this is going to be nothing but about a youth movement. Look for a guy like Thaddeus Young to potentially get bought out of his contract, because I know at this stage of his career, he's not going to want to go and play with a team that's going to be hovering in the lottery. He wants to play on a playoff team. So look for a guy like him. Normally situations like that is tailor-made for a buyout so that he can go join potentially a playoff team.
Yeah, Spurs finishing 10th in the West last year, 33-39. Coach, I know it's been a busy afternoon for you. Thanks for hopping on with us to talk about the latest news. DeMar DeRozan headed to the Chicago Bulls. And it's been a busy day. I mean, it's been a busy 24 hours as free agency's really kicked in for the NBA. And just over the last hour, we've talked about, a few deals. Steph Curry signing the 2-year, $215 million extension with the Warriors. Bulls getting DeRozan in the sign-in trade, and Carmelo Anthony and Malik Monk headed to the Lakers. Another busy day as free agency gets going fast and furious in the NBA.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.